Let's build AI automation that actually makes money, not just fancy tutorials or cool demos, but real systems businesses are willing to pay for. So I found this job on Upwork where the clients want to build a full business valuation funnel. And the idea is simple but powerful. When someone fills out a form, the system automatically calculates their business valuation, generates a custom PDF, sends the PDF to them through email, send the lead data to their CRM, and post a notification on Slack. Let's quickly jump into it. And before we jump into it, I'm IYB, an AI automation developer who have built several automations for businesses. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how I'll build something like this using N8N. Before we start building on N8N, let's break this system down into flows. First things first, we'll need a form. We'll be using Tally.so to build a form. This is where the user will input their details. Then we'll need a webhook set up on N8N. This webhook is what will capture the submission of the user. Then we need to structure the data we got from the webhook. Then we'll proceed to calculating the valuation of the business using a logic. The logic will be profits multiplied by the industry multiple. Then we'll proceed to the Google Docs template flow. We already have a template set out for this. This is the template we'll be using for this demo. After updating the templates, we'll convert that template into a PDF, then send the PDF to the email of the clients and the user. Then we'll update the CRM with the leads data. Then we'll post a notification on Slack that we've generated a new valuation for a business. Now let's start building out this system. First things first, head to Tally.so and create a form like this. Include the first name, last name, email address, phone number, company name, industry, and annual revenue. We'll need to integrate it with N8N. So for that, let's go to settings. Let's go to integrations. Let's go to webhooks. We'll need to copy a webhook URL here. So let's head on to N8N. We'll need to add a webhook. I've already added one. So for it that are starting, I'll just add a webhook here. You can click on this button or click on tab on your keyboard. Anyone works. Then once you have a webhook, you will double click on the node. You set the HTTP method to post request. Then you copy the test URL. So for this demo, we'll be using the test URL, but for an active system, once this guy is active, you need the production URL. So the only difference between these two is just the dash test, and that's what separates them. So let's copy this test URL and make sure we are listening to the event for testing. So we've copied it. Let's open to our webhook endpoint and add it. Let's connect. It should be active. Now once this is done, let's quickly fill out the form. Hola, IYB. Let's say $64,000 and let's submit. So we've submitted. Let's up on to N8N and see if we capture it. And you can see it's executed successfully, and this is the data we got. Hola, IYB, the email address, the phone number, iBot, and every other thing. Yeah, so let's pin this data so that we won't lose it. So we need to pin this data so that we won't lose it. Let's pin it. Now we have this data. We can now use to test. Now the next thing is to structure the data. Now let's add a set node to this. Set node. We'll need this node. Right. I will need to integrate some things to it, like the name. Let's change this to first name. First name. What's happening to my keyboard? First name, then last name, and every other thing. So I will quickly fill out this so that it won't take time. So we've set it up. So we have the first name, the last name, the email address, the phone number, the company name, the industry, and annual revenue. Before we proceed, I'd like to talk about this industry. You'll notice that we selected manufacturing, but we are getting this code for the industry, this ID. So if you check the webhook body, you'd see that this is the value it's returned for the industry. But if you check the options, you'd see that this value, this ID, is synced with manufacturing, is connected to manufacturing. So this ID represents manufacturing, right? So I just want you to keep that at the back of your mind and how we'll structure it. So moving on, we'll need to now calculate the valuation. We need to add a code node. And before we do that, let's execute this step. Once executed, we'll add a code node, right? I've already pasted the code we'll be using to execute this. This is the code we'll be using. You can hook it up to ChatGPT or Claude Code to explain what it's doing. But I'll just give you a summary. What we are just doing is assigning this annual revenue we got from the webbook to this variable profit here, and also assigning this industry ID to this industry ID variable we got here. Then we'll look for the actual industry the industry ID belongs to, in this case manufacturing. Then you can see we've assigned a value to this industry. So there are several values and several industries here. So for manufacturing, it's 4. So we'll be multiplying this 4 by the profit, and that's $64,000 multiplied by 4, and that will give us the valuation variable we need. So valuation will be returned and the industry text will be returned, which is manufacturing. So let's execute this code and see what it does. Executed, that's $256,000 in valuation, and the industry is manufacturing. Uh, Now let's proceed to the Google Docs template flow. First things first, we'll need to copy the templates we already have. So let's go to Google Drive. Then we'll need to copy file, this one, copy file. Now it's attached to it automatically. So now the file we'll be copying is this guy. We'll copy by ID. So let's go to our template flow. So the ID is basically from here. Let me copy the URL so that you can get an idea of what I'm saying. Copy URL. Let's go to N8N. Let's go to expression. I'll change it fixed. So this is the URL. So the ID is from here to here. This is the ID of the template. So let's delete this one. Let's delete this one too. So this is the ID we need. Let me change it back to fixed. Yeah. So the file name would be the company name, valuation, and the year. So I bought valuation, then the date, so I can keep it organized. We can execute this now. I've executed this now. Let's share it so that we can update the file later. Let's share it with Google Drive. Let's share it. Yes. Now let's update the ID too. The same ID we copied, right? This is the ID we posted, the main template file. We are not copying this, we are not sharing this, but we are sharing the one we just copied, which is this. Yeah. So the permission is just reader N1. Yes, let's execute this. Now finally, now let's, since we've done that, now let's use Google Docs node to update that file, to update this document, this one, to update it. So same thing, let's get the ID. Then the action we'll be carrying out is not insert, it will be find and replace text. The old text is full name. Let's copy it. And the new text, make sure it's fixed. As you can see, it's saying undefined because there's an expression. Make sure it's fixed. Then the new text will be the first name space last name. Now that's how we would replace it. So let's add other values like current date, business name, industry, and profit valuation. So let's quickly do that. So I've updated that, the current date, the business name, the industry, the valuation, the profits, and current year. So I've updated everything. So let's execute this. It's executed. So we've updated the file. To get the file, let's download it as PDF. Let's use Google Drive to convert this to PDF first and download it. So let's download file. We'll be using the ID. We can use this ID. Yes. So the option we'll be doing is Google file conversion. Let's add the conversion. Let's change this Google Docs to PDF. We don't need this ones. We don't need to bother about it. The Google Drawings and the rest. So PDF. Now let's execute. As you can see, we have iBots valuation 20, 25, 10, 21. Yeah. So let's download it. Let's preview it. As you can see, all IB 25, 10, 21, I bought business name, manufacturing, and every other thing is updated. So that's done. We can rename this to convert to PDF, convert to PDF. Since that's done. Now, to not waste much of our time, because this is turning into a long video, I've set up the email and the CRM nodes. Yeah, right. So what we'll do is just go through it and run through it. Let me connect the nodes so that we can see how it's all going. Now we're good. So we'll be sending this PDF as a data, as an attachment to this client's email. Then the subject with business valuation for the company name, right? Then we've imputed an email, an HTML email body type like this. You can see IOLA attach is the personalization, the value of your business is this, blah, blah, blah. So that's it for the client. Now for the team, we have the team email that will be here. Um, the company name, then the report is ready. Then we'll say, oh, I team, so business name is ready, leads data, and we input all the details. We'd also attach the PDF to it also, as you can see, the data, which is the PDF. Then we'd update the CRM, of course. Update the CRM, then send a notification to Slack. So I'll be showing all these notifications and see how it goes. So let's execute this one first. Send an email. Sent. As you can see, email has been sent. So if I check my email now, I should receive this. So let's go to my email. Let's go to Gmail. As you can see, I received this mail, right, and the PDF too. So client email, it's related to my other email. It will update the CRM. Let's update the CRM and I'll check it so we can see it's updated. Let's update the CRM. As you can see, this is the updated scene Ola IYB at 1@gmail.com, the phone number, the company, the manufacturing industry, actual revenue, annual revenue, and valuation. So that's updated the CRM. Then the Slack message, let's send it. As you can see, this Slack message is just, let me show it. New business valuation generated for the company name. For the name, the first name, then we attach the company name, the actual revenue they can have, and the valuation. So let's check that in the Slack message. As you can see, we have generated others before. So this is the one we just got. As you can see, the time. So new business generated for that. So that will be all. So we execute this and we solved a real client problem. Please give this video a like and please subscribe. Share your comments. If you have any question, I will always try and respond. And please, you can access this file in the description. There will be a link to it so that you can access it. And always see you when we see you.